Good afternoon, folks. Big Bo here with another great work and play value from Parkway RV Center. Today we're going to look at a brand spanking new 2018 Forest River Work and Play, model number 25 WAB. This is going to be a long video, folks. They've got a lot of changes in the FRP series, which is what this is. For 2018, I'm going to go over, and you're going to see why Work and Play is the best-selling travel trailer toy hauler for the past 8 years in a row. And folks, and I feel sorry for the people that go out and spend what this thing costs on a cheaper made Jayco or Cherokee or Coachman, because when you see everything this unit has compared to those cheaper, lesser quality built brands, and they're the same price, or some cases even more than this Work and Play, you're going to wonder how they ever sell them. 30 feet long is overall length, including the tongue. It weighs 7,708 pounds. These are not a lightweight camper. Of course, like the saying goes, heavier it is, the better it's built. This is the only brand with a seamless one-piece metal roof. Not rubber, not fiberglass, not TPO or whatever they call it. That roof is here to stay. This is the only toy hauler, and for many of you who've been in the trucking industry, you're going to recognize this right off the bat because they make semi-trailers out of the same thing. The only brand with exclusive use of million-mile bolts, and that's because they're designed to go a million miles. And you can see that heavy gauge steel, all that's enclosed with those million-mile bolts. You saw how long it was. It's got an 18-foot power awning with the LED lights, got outside speakers. Some of the new features for 2018 is a standard Lippard component solid step. This is a lot more solid step than you get with most other brands, and the good thing about it is they don't take away from your ground clearance because they store inside. This is the only brand with Work and Play's patented 16-layer fiberglass reinforced plywood walls. That's why they call them FRPs, folks. I've got a cutout right here I'm going to show you. Look how thick this is. This is the sidewall of this. This is 16 layers fiberglass reinforced plywood. In other words, you hit this thing with your fist, it's like hitting a brick wall. And you go up to any other brand and you punch the side of it as hard as you can. The other brands will give, they'll bend, they'll flex. They've got styrofoam insulation, folks. This is solid. I mean, it's like punching a brick wall, folks. This is the only brand that uses heavy gauge steel all the way around to protect it, and the corners as well. Heavy steel wheel wells. Most other brands use a lightweight piece of aluminum. The point of that is, if you ever have a blowout, that will protect the camper from damage. And this is all heavy steel. Like I said, Work and Play is owned by Forest River, the largest RV manufacturer in the world. They are the only brand that has tons of money for research and development. So Warren Buffett, the CEO, instructed them to build the best toy hauler that money could buy. This is the result. Heavy duty, built to last. Like I said, got a metal roof. This particular one has got about $6,000 worth of options that I'm basically giving you, folks. I'm selling it to you for $4 or $5 grand under base MSRP, and that's not even including the $6,000 in options. It does have a 30-gallon fuel tank and a fuel station, so you don't have to carry smelly fuel cans to fuel your toys up. It is prepped for a generator for an Onan 4kW. It's already wired up. All you got to do is buy a generator, put it in. It's got the start switch installed and everything. New graphics package for 2018. Got the newer style wheels for 2018. We step toward the back. You've got a heavy duty door here in the back. And this thing is rated for a 5,000 pound rolling load. If you can fit a car in here, folks, it's heavy enough to handle it. Got a 3,600 pound cargo carrying capacity. It's got a 110 gallon fresh water capacity. And you may wonder why this has got such a bigger water capacity compared to other units. That's because of the frame that Work and Play puts on their RVs, and this is one of their big selling points. Other trailer manufacturers put steel wall studs every 32 to 36 inches on the floor and the ceiling. Work and Play is the only brand that puts steel wall studs every 16 inches. You've got the industry's only 25-year factory warranty on the floor. I mean, this thing is solid as can be, folks, with those extra. I mean, it's got twice the reinforcement of other frames. So that allows them to be able to put a 110-gallon fresh water tank in here without overloading the frame, because if most other brands put that much of a water tank on it, they're not going to have much cargo carrying capacity. So even loaded with water and propane, this thing still has almost a 3,700 pound cargo carrying capacity. Got Dexter axles, got nitrogen filled tires, of course, heavy ply tires, DSI water heater. Like I said, that 16 layer system, got an outside shower, 30 amp plug-in, of course. Got LED lights. It does have a new thing for 2018, and that is the solar prep package. And it's already pre-wired up. If you want to run solar on this camper, I've got a brochure here, and I've actually got one ordered so we can offer it for you if you want to buy it. For $370, retails $453. We sell it for $373. You'll get a suitcase. This is made by Lippert Components. This is a suitcase portable solar charger kit. It includes the panels and everything, 95 watts and 10 amp charge controller. So it will definitely keep your battery hot. And thanks to all the LED lights, you're not going to pull a lot of amperage. Heavy duty 3,500 pound Lippert Component power tongue jack. Got a handy dandy little cut off right here. If you need to store your RV, you can cut the battery off right there. It's got an 8-foot wide, 18-foot long power awning, black with the LED lights. Looks really good at night. I mean, this is a thick, heavy duty built toy hauler, folks. And you won't believe the price when I give it to you. Of course, here's all certified green. New for 2018 are new wall panels. They're a fiberglass composite wall panel, no wood. Theoretically, even though you'd be crazy to do this, in theory you could if you didn't damage anything else in the camper. If you wanted to wash the inside of your camper, you could take a hose to it, and these wall panels will not wrinkle like the wooden panels that everybody else uses. Inside, folks, I ordered it a couple of extra options besides a fuel tank. I also ordered it with a queen loft bed, and that is power. And I also ordered it with a flip couch that flips up flat against the wall, and I've got pictures of that if you want to see this camper in max cargo hauling mode. And I ordered 2 extra Euro chairs for the back. You can take them out, leave them in, but they're included with it. Like I said, I ordered all in all $6,000 worth of options, and I'm actually not charging you for those options and still selling this camper for thousands under MSRP base retail. You've got a new style stovetop they're using this year. You've got a high point microwave convection oven, so this is actually an electric oven and a microwave. Standard, not 6.5 like other brands, but 7.5 foot tall ceilings. The advantage of that is if you've got a side-by-side UTV golf cart, something like that, even with this bed, you've got about 6'8" of height clearance, even with this bed all the way up. And if you took the bed out, you've got 7.5 foot of height clearance. So I'm 6'4". I can walk under this bed with room to spare. You've got 5 2,500 pound D-rings. Most other brands use 1,500 pound. These are 2,500 pound, a little more heavy duty. It's got 2 additional ones under the beds that you can install wherever you want them. So they got a 25-year warranty on the floor. This is what I was talking about, the walls, the ceiling studs. See these screws right here? Let my camera focus. There is a set, well, shoot. Anyway, there is a set of screws every 16 inches on this ceiling. And those screws go into the ceiling studs. Other brands, like I said, Ask your salesperson when you're looking at those cheaper brands, how far apart the wall, the ceiling, and the floor studs are. These are 16 inches. You got them underneath the batten strips. Screw there, batten strip with screws under there, all the way down. Metal roof. Ask your salesperson what kind of roof is on their toy hauler. Got a queen bed. You push a button, it lowers down. It includes a ladder, includes the bedspread. I just haven't put it on there yet. And of course, you can move those chairs. Another neat feature for 2018 Work in Place doing is they also included brackets on that rear door and steel cables. So if you choose to do so, on a pretty day, you can lower that back door down. It will sit flush and level, and you can use it for a back porch if you want to. Or just don't hook the cables up and you've got a standard ramp door. Queen bed underneath here, of course. Now, we don't install these tables until we sell them because sometimes people want them in different spots. Standard, this is a long table that'll go in front of the sofa. Over there under your mattress, of course, is your ladder. And we've also got another table that's under the front bed that will go, a small table that will set up in between these chairs. But like I said, we're not going to install those until you buy it, just in case you want them placed somewhere else, and just let your salesperson know if you do. They've got a new style countertop this year. This is a heat-resistant composite countertop for 2018. Of course, got the backsplash, that's new. Got a Furion Bluetooth stereo with inside-outside speakers. Got a USB charger and all that built in with it. That's included. Got a 15,000 BTU Dometic ducted roof air. Not the 13.5 like in other brands. It's got an 8 cubic foot Norcold refrigerator freezer. Not the 6 cubic foot that you find in the lower priced, lower quality units. And I wouldn't really say lower price because of what I saw online for a 30-foot toy hauler. I'm selling this for the same price that you're going to pay for one of those rubber roofed styrofoam wall cheaper quality brands. The measurement in this camper, and I've got pictures of this too, so you can go back to it. But it's 13 feet 8 inches from this wall right here by the fridge to the back of the door. And because these are 8.5 foot wide total, they're a wide body toy hauler, you've got a true 8 foot wide interior. So you can haul a lot of stuff in here, folks. We're going to step toward the back, or the front of the camper, I should say. This is a Queen Island bed, and notice it does have the bedspread. Let me tell you a little story. About a year or so ago, I sold a work and play to a guy that was looking at one at a dealer in Florida. Apparently, that dealer was taking the bedspreads out of the new working place, the new FRP working place, and charging the people $500 extra for color coordinating bedspreads. And while the cheaper LE versions doesn't include a bedspread, the FRPs do. So, and I was talking to my work and play rep here a few weeks ago, and he told me because of my video and the fact that I mentioned that, work and play got a word of this and made them stop doing that. So, you know, he was charging people $500 for bedspreads at standard equipment. And you pick this bed up, and here's all your legs and brackets for your tables. And there's your other bedspread for that loft bed, that power loft bed. This is a full 60 by 80 queen size house bed. So you can put house size sheets on it. Plenty of LED lights in here. There's speakers in here. You can see how thick that roof is by that fantastic vent fan. Of course, you can hang a TV up here if you want to. Got day-night shades in the windows. Solid sliding privacy doors. No carpet. Like I said, these are wood-free wall panels, which you shouldn't ever get them wet, but in case you do, you don't have to worry about them wrinkling or or poking a hole through them or something like that. Of course, you could put a 32-inch TV up here. We don't order them with TVs because they charge about $500, and you can get a 32-inch TV on Amazon for $150. So it's definitely cheaper to put your own TV in here. Got the RV toilet. Thanks to the high ceiling in this, you don't have to have one of those skylights, folks, because those skylights, they get hot on your head. After 4 or 5 years, that plastic breaks down and it causes holes and they can leak. But because these have this tall 7.5-foot ceilings, you don't have to have a skylight in here. Another nice feature, you can tell we've already winterized it. We got the pink stuff in it. Another nice feature is the shower tray. Other brands, when they install, just to keep it simple and cheap and keep their process moving smoothly, they put a expanding marine grade heavy duty foam under their shower pans. And yes, when it's new, it works great. It will flex a little when it's new, but as you use it over the years, and if you ever get a leak under there, it's going to get worse. That foam breaks down until one day after several years, you step in here to take a shower, your foot goes through the shower pan. Well, Work and Play, it's just one of the many things they do that makes them the best-selling travel trailer toy hauler of the past 8 years. They actually put a metal frame under this shower pan. So in other words, you can jump up and down on this thing. It's not going to flex 1 centimeter. Do that with any other brand, you'll feel it give. Do that with a Work and Play, just like the outside wall. It will not give. And that's going to be there from now on. So I think I pretty much covered a lot of the new features about it, and there's more new features coming out later in the year. But of course, you know, like with anything else, they have a price increase every time they add new features. And in the next 30 days, they're about to have another one. So if you special order a Work and Play through us, and in the next 30 days, you'll still get the old pricing. But after that, they go up anywhere from a few $100s to a few $1,000, depending on the model you get and the options. And they do it twice a year, folks. They always do it first 2 or 3 second month of the year. Then they do it there. They do it in the end of summer. And let me tell you something, folks. Nobody has these. Nobody can keep them in stock. I keep 12 various Work and Plays on order at all times. And 90% of them sell before they're even built. Because nobody has them, because they can't build them fast enough, folks. They don't build these things quickly like they do the cheaper brands. I mean, they build these things quality, and it takes time to build them. You know, I think my rep said it takes almost twice as long to build a new Work and Play than any other travel trailer toy hauler. And that's because of the way they're built. They're built heavy. And please, folks, whether you buy one from us or not, look at a Work and Play before you buy a new toy hauler from a different brand. You won't believe the difference in the quality, the heavy dutiness, the rugged construction. I mean, this is something that you can pass down to your kids and grandkids if you take care of it. And those cheaper brands, after 5 or 6 years, are falling apart. And most people don't look at Work and Plays because most dealers price these things at MSRP. And they very rarely come off of them much because they're in such high demand they don't have to. Well, folks, we're a 50-year-old family-owned and operated, primarily used RV dealership. This Work and Play is the only brand in 50 years that we've ever carried new, and that's how strongly we believe in them. And because of that, we price these things like we do our used RVs, and that's lower than anybody else on the internet. Folks, I'll tell you right now, this is the guaranteed lowest price on the internet for this particular model Work and Play with these particular options. And I'm going to show you, folks, what I was telling you about. I'm giving you $6,000 worth of options and still coming off the base price by thousands. And now Work and Play hates it when I do this too, because they want all their dealers to advertise MSRP, or what they call MAP pricing, which is manufacturer's advertised pricing. But folks, let me tell you something. If I price these Work and Plays the same as everybody else, nobody would travel here to Ringgold, Georgia to buy. They just buy from their local Work and Play dealer. In the last 3 years or so that we've been carrying Work and Plays, we've become one of the top 5 Work and Play dealers nationwide. and the top one in our 5-state area. And that's because of our prices, folks. People, you know, if you're going to pay the same here as anywhere else, you're just going to go to your local dealer and save the gas. And that's why we price these things to sell. MSRP and base price without any extra options is $34,910. Options, now this one right here for some reason doesn't show the fuel station, so I just looked it up. And I guarantee this to be correct, folks. Now, and it's $1,600 for the fuel station and the remote start for the generator, which it obviously has. There it is right there. Anyway, so $1,600 plus $4,300, that's roughly $6,000 in added options. That would bring the MSRP to $40,523. And that's not including the fees these other dealers charge. You know, they're going to hit you up with $3,000 or $4,000 in freight fees, dock fees, processing fees, acquisition fees, and all this other junk. Well, folks, our price, guarantee you, you're not going to find this particular model anywhere else for this price with these options. It's $29,977. So, folks, I'm saving you over $10,000 off MSRP, or if you just want to call it base price, I'm giving you $6,000 worth of options and knocking $4,500 off the base price. Now, folks, if that's not a deal, I don't know what is. And I want you to get online and start pricing these Coachmans, these Cherokees, these Jaycos, all these other cheaper brands with the rubber roofs, the styrofoam walls, the ones with all the service problems because they're built so flimsy. And price a 30-foot with the options this one has, and you're going to see the price of this is the same as what you're going to pay, or in some cases less than what you're going to pay for those other cheaper brands. Why in the world would somebody go spend 30 grand on something that in 5 years is going to be falling apart when they can spend the same amount, get a better built camper that's going to be around for a whole lot longer with less service issues? Just that metal roof alone is going to save you hundreds and hundreds of dollars in service cost over the time that you own it, because you don't have to pay to have it sealed every year. I mean, it's amazing to me if people look at one of these working plays, is how can you go with another brand after looking at one of these things? Just blows my mind. Of course, I know some people don't have a pickup truck that can haul 7,700 pounds. I understand that. But if you have if you've got a diesel truck, you can tow pretty much any toy hauler you want. Why would you go with anything but a working play? And folks, there's a variety of floor plans. We can special order you with options. If you like this unit, but you want it without the sofa, without the bed, we'll special order it for you and you'll get it for even less of a price. Or if you want to add a generator, or add any other of the variety of options, folks, we'll price it to you. You know, we're not like other dealers. Other dealers, when they have to special order something, they mark it up an additional 10%. That's been the industry practice for many, many years, is to mark it up over 10% higher than what it would be if it was in stock. We don't do that, folks. In fact, most of our working place sales, because we can't keep them in stock, are special order. And we'll order you a variety of floor plans. You want one with a 12-foot garage? They make one. You want one with a extra insulation for 4 seasons use? We can do that too. Even though this 16-layer system is so well insulated, I can't imagine you would need it anymore. But I guess if you want to camp in Antarctica this winter, I guess you might need it. These things are well built, well made, nothing else on the market even close to them. Like I said, $29,977. That's a haggle-free price. You know, I put my best price forward, so I beat all the other dealers' prices by thousands. That's as equipped. Like I said, if you want this unit, you want it for a little bit less, and you can special order it with less options, and you'll get it for a less price. If you want the solar package, it's another $370. So in case you want to do some roughing it or off the grid camping, that solar package is probably well worth only $370. Give us a call, folks. 706-965-7929. Evenings and Sundays, 423-605-6747. Look at one of these in person, folks. Whether you come here or your local work and play dealer, you're going to see there's no comparison. And when you combine work and play's rugged dependability and quality construction with Parkway RV Center's amazingly low prices, you've got one hell of a combination right there, folks, is all I can say. You get the best of both worlds. Basically, you're getting a new work and play loaded out for what most dealers want for a year-old used one. And $29,977. There's no extra fees, no dock fees, no prep fees. Financing is available with approved credit, minimum 10% down payment, and much more, folks. You get a walkthrough demonstration by the RV Tech. You get work and play's 1-year factory warranty. You can extend it to 2 years for just a few $100s, very, very affordably. You get a 25-year factory warranty on the floor. I mean, this thing is built to last, folks. It's, you know. Anyway, give us a call, 706-965-7929. Evenings and Sundays, 423-605-6747. And I think I've covered all the new features for the 18s until more new features come out, which they always do. Anyway, folks, give us a call, drop us an email, visit us in beautiful Ringgold, Georgia. Nationwide delivery is available, and we can custom order any work and play in variety of colors, options, features. In other words, you can custom order a work and play made specifically for you. That way you're not paying for stuff you're not going to use, and at the same time you're not taking one with stuff that doesn't have stuff that you need because it's available. And we can get it for you and have it built in just a few short weeks. Thank you again for watching, folks. Look forward to seeing you soon in beautiful Ringgold, Georgia.